It's your boy, me, and the Prince, which means it's the Prince and Me podcast. Episode number.
Yeah, I'll do it all. I'll do it.
9.
I'll do it all because I do it every time. Yeah, it's the Prince and Me.
Because I don't know how to work buttons. I'm not an engineer.
You set the whole thing up by yourself.
They don't know that. You could just be gaslighting them right now. Honestly, maybe you're the genius behind it all. I can't even say genius properly, so maybe you are.
Maybe.
But yeah, so on this edition of the Prince and Me podcast, we're going to be doing Wrestlemania predictions, since we can basically tell what the card's going to be at stake. Like, we already know what the card's going to be.
Yeah, we added a couple matches, but it's going to happen.
It's probably going to have 6 matches on each card, but that's going to be the main topic. But we do have some side topics, an extension of, I believe, what we talked about like 2 weeks ago, which was Maxine Dupree. Basically, they decided to run an angle with the women's tag team division, which is a fucking crazy thing to run a fucking angle in that division. It's rare, especially when the titles are not in the picture. It was a match with Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile versus Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, and then Maxine Dupree goes for her signature reverse caterpillar on Indy Hartwell, and then Candice LeRae stops her and is basically like, "Hey yo, you suck. Your brother's dead, and you should be embarrassed to even be in this ring. Everyone in this back talks shit about you." And then fucking Maxine Dupree acts like she's going to cry, and then tries running away, and then gets hit with a big boot by Indy Hartwell and takes the pin 1, 2, 3. Never seen a good
laugh.
That is like the thing about it is that it's like it's comedical in some sense if you're very nihilistic, but like I only found it comedical after like the 3rd time of watching it, because honest to God, it was something that actually captured me. It was I'd say it's you shouldn't say like you should say those words for on the mic or in a backstage segment, but to do it in the middle of the match doesn't make it feel a little bit more like tense. But also to lose to a fucking big boot is fucking wild.
I didn't even know that happened. I just knew about the yelling part.
It was just it was like what got me was more so Maxine Dupree's reaction and her trying to get out the ring and run away, but then getting hit with a big boot. Like, as a wrestler, is that the best look for your character to run away after emotional damage? But again, it does add to the realism. So, and then on this, I think it's more so they're trying to give Candice LeRae an edge. I thought they were going to mostly focus on a program between Maxine Dupree and her, which they probably will. But on the most recent episode of Raw, what was it? It was Candice LeRae and fucking Indy Hartwell versus fucking Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. And then fucking Katana Chance sells a fucking injury and is like selling it big, and then fucking Candice LeRae tags in and then immediately fucking goes for her leg and wrenches it back and makes her tap. So it's a heel turn. The only issue being is that Candice LeRae is like, it's hard to take her serious, because the only time I've seen her as a heel was with The Way, and that was straight hilarious, but straight comedy and something you can't take serious. Her having these Christian Cage moments where she's talking about people's dead fucking relatives is just, it's hard to take serious.
A lot of people got upset about that, even though they love when Christian Cage does it. And I feel like they're just talking about Max Dupree.
Yeah.
So, like, sew up your fucking vagina. I've said this many times.
Yeah, like, it's basically like, it's because everyone is on the sympathy way for Maxine Dupree, and then this happened, so they're feeling like, oh, she's getting treated wrong, but at the same time, like,
she's not, though.
There was the only way that would have happened on television was if she consented to it happening, which she
or
did.
If you guys didn't say the exact same things in the first place.
I don't know. I think I'm overall glad, because if anything, it's a back and forth. The way to create a story with a live audience is to hear the live audience and bounce back off of them. So I was fine with it.
Do you think this Candice heel turn could eventually, somewhere down the line, lead to a Gargano heel turn?
I'd hope so.
Like Gargano turns on Ciampa?
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing way
Gargano
to do it.
and Ciampa at SummerSlam in Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, I could easily see that. But also, I love the fact. I hope they do it better than they did in NXT. At least the later iteration where Gargano was the heel and then Tommaso was the face. I just remember that not being the best. I remember the initial.
Also, he got cut off due to an injury.
Yeah. So I can see them doing it better on the main roster. All I'm glad is that they've somehow found a way to naturally make it so that DIY is back on the main roster, and is good. They're having fucking banger matches, which is actually getting them fucking over. But yeah, that's the Maxine Dupree situation. I can't really say anything about her wrestling ability because again, it's only been like a week or two since the things happened.
It's the shits.
Next one.
What is this one?
Tony Khan is still pissed off at Jack Perry for costing him CM Punk's contract.
I haven't heard shit about this.
Which is why Jack Perry is still in New Japan. And that is fucking like I'm not like a fucking big Tony Khan mark, though I don't fucking hate the guy as much as some people do.
I hate him.
Case in point. But to hold on to this grudge that Jack Perry is the reason why CM Punk left is so fucking ignorant because it's like it wasn't Jack Perry.
Tony's the one who fired Punk in the first place.
So it is because CM Punk and Jack Perry got into a confrontation backstage. And that was the catalyst to why CM Punk started attacking Jack Perry and threatened fucking Tony Khan. So Tony Khan now associates Jack Perry with the reason why CM Punk left, despite the fact that the Young Bucks are part of the reason why this began to begin with, if we're going to go into fucking graphic detail about it. So, I mean, it's kind of hypocritical to be, like, mad at Jack Perry when the Young Bucks had a bit more to do with it. Because they are the ones that started, or at least supposedly started the fucking rumors about Colt Cabana being kicked off of television because of CM Punk. That was the reason why it started, because then that's the back and forth. But then, sure, fucking Young Bucks got suspended, but it seems like Tony Khan wasn't as pissed off at them as he is with Jack Perry. Like, it's understandable to suspend him for some time, but, like, to still hold this grudge is like, okay, I feel like he's going to stay in New Japan for a long-ass time, which is honestly not a good thing because Jack Perry needs a lot of fucking improvement. So it's not a bad thing per se, but at the same time, it just feels oddly weird to have this specific thing. It's literally giving credence to the scapegoat gimmick that he's having on New Japan. But I found that just really kind of intriguing.
I seen a video the other day that was a recap of an old thing Tony Khan said about WCW. He says, you look at every good wrestler in the world, the reason WCW went down is because they tried to hire every person they saw that was a good wrestler. And you can't just hire every single person you see that you think's a good wrestler. Tony Khan does that, though.
Literally everyone. It's literally everyone. If not, then it's just someone that's going to go to TNA.
Tony Khan has a lot of the best wrestlers in the world in his company, and majority of them are not used.
Yeah. Which is why I'm glad Kazuchika Okada found a good slot in.
I think it's a little early. We're recording this the night Okada won the title.
No, Okada won the Continental title from Eddie Kingston.
I feel like it's a bit early for Okada to win the championship. His first AEW match, wins the title from Eddie Kingston. I mean, it's Okada, so like it's Okada.
Also, it's like.
But
I mean, I'm glad. I'm happy with it because it's them taking someone like Okada and actually treating him serious. And for some reason, you need to hold a title to have consistency if you're not Kenny Omega and healthy.
Even at this point, Kenny Omega needs it. I love Kenny Omega, but like he's pretty injury prone.
Yeah, no,
which is the reason that will make me kind of fall out of love with wrestlers. It's done it many times in the past.
It's just like it's good to have a really good moveset, but like if your moveset's gonna break your body over time, like to a bad degree, and it's kind of hypocritical of me to say, but if it's bound,
your moveset's fucking.
My moveset is I literally do a shotgun drop kick and I land on the back of my neck, and then I do a fucking cannonball where sometimes I miss it and land on the back of my neck again. And also my fucking rolling knee factor, X factor, is me landing in my spine.
Yeah.
So it's very hypocritical of me to say, but
sometimes on the slingshot DDT you land on your spine as well.
But also it's not like I'm dropping people on their fucking heads or getting
right.
dropped in my head on fucking purpose, unless I missed the cannonball. But like it's for Kenny Omega specifically, it's very impressive what he's able to do, especially him having a disability of having that vertigo or whatever the fuck it is, where it looks like he has a disability of vertigo after like a elongated time of like getting injuries to the head, where he'll go into a match and it'll seem like everything is fucking spinning around him. where they'll see like more than one person from my understanding of it. And he wrestled with that with the AEW title, like on the end of his AEW title run, he was wrestling with it basically every match he went into.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why he had to take so long away, and that's why has to take longer off now because of that. Or at least to my knowledge, he could. Who knows? With Brian Danielson, he seemed to be injury prone, that he's still wrestling with a fucking injury in the Continental Classic. So
Danielson's very injury prone too.
yeah, because Brian Danielson, this is the last year he's going to be wrestling. So I mean, I guess if they're going to fucking throw an injury prone person anywhere in there, it's going to be Brian Danielson, because he's going to break his body apart and then fucking relax the rest of his life. I mean, I'm happy with that outcome. Honestly, not with him getting hurt, but with the fact that he's doubling down and actually ending his career when he wants to.
Yeah.
Even though I'm gonna fucking miss him, and he's like a cornerstone of why I love wrestling. It's like I'd much rather the person that put my passion into wrestling be happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are two topics, but we'll have more after if we have time. But the predictions for WrestleMania. We have two different orders, but we're just going to go over one of our variants because we're not going to talk about the same matches in different orders.
We have the same matches, just in a different order.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk about the match and then our own winners.
Yeah.
Because the order really doesn't fucking matter to us.
And again, we have 6 matches on each card. We're not going to even try and predict pre-show matches. Oh my God.
I don't want the mic to go tipping. There we go.
Okay. All right. There you go.
So, opening up. Here, I'll move it over here.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Opening up night one,
doesn't die.
I have the Undisputed Tag Team Titles 6-pack ladder match.
It's going to be fun. We only know 4 of the people, but we have predictions for the last 2 people. Last 4 people. Sorry,
Did we predict the same 2 teams?
I'm pretty sure it's going to probably be the last 2 teams will probably be Los Lotharios and who'd you put as the other person?
The LWO.
The LWO. Probably those 2.
So we have the same team. So it's the Judgment Day, Awesome Truth, New Day, DIY, and then Los Lotharios and LWO. We both predicted that, one team will take down the Raw titles, one team will take down the SmackDown titles at the same time.
Because that's the only way they're able to separate.
Unless they just make, like, on the next night on Raw, make new belts and then give somebody new titles.
I think would kind of be... It wouldn't be...
It'd be cool, but, like...
Actually, I mean, if that incites them to actually change the fucking designs, like, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Like, please change the fucking designs. It's been the same thing since 2000.
That's what I would rather. That's what I would rather have.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're gonna just go lazy and do this.
Yeah, because I don't want them to be a variant of the World Heavyweight title or the WWE title. I want them to be their own fucking designs, like which triggers me. Like,
and I don't even like these tag titles.
Yeah, like whenever I go back to like WWE games to put in universe mode, I immediately go with the old Raw and SmackDown tag variants. Like because that looks better as variation. But yeah, we're gonna have Awesome Truth pull down one set of titles, and did we both put down Los Lotharios?
Yes,
Los Lotharios, because the Los Lotharios, while they might not be quote unquote over or even exposed that much to the Raw to the main roster audience,
it'd be a nice Mania shocker.
It'll be a nice shocker, and they fucking deserve it for being there since like fucking 5-6 years.
Yeah, I either have the Lotharios or the LWO just for the pop, but you're gonna get the pop with the Awesome Truth. So
yeah, exactly, and it's gonna happen at the same time. So I mean, if anything, I think that'd make it more interesting if a fucking face team and a fucking heel team won at the same time.
Like they're fighting on top of the ladder and they both pull them down.
That'd be a fucking unique reaction from the crowd, honestly. So yeah, I'd be absolutely fine with that.
And after this match, I don't know if he does. I predict Damian Priest hits the South of Heaven on Finn Balor.
What I gotta also say about this match is that would make sense, but also, dude, 12 people in one fucking match.
It's gonna be a good match, but it's gonna be chaos.
I just don't get how you organize that, because obviously you're gonna have to have a lot of fucking big spots to justify people being down for the amount of time it would take for people to climb up ladders. Like there's got to be a lot of fucking like big ass moves, a lot of dives. Yeah, but Damian Priest turning on Finn Balor, I can see that happening.
Second on the card, I have LA Knight and AJ Styles. I have LA Knight going over.
Yeah, as you should, because LA Knight should have gone over on
AJ doesn't need the win. LA Knight kind of needs it.
And also, like, dude, AJ is in the definition of like a liminal space with his career right now, which sucks because AJ Styles does not fucking deserve that. I'm surprised for Roman Reigns' entire run, he has not gotten one shot at the title one-on-one.
He was planning to a couple times, and he got injured, and then other stuff.
Yeah, but he definitely deserves to be in the main event, and he deserves to be higher up on the card.
At one point, I believed AJ Styles to be the best wrestler in the world.
Yeah.
He's still up there, but...
Also, I don't know. I feel like after Mania, when the brand switch happens, maybe they can have an AJ versus Cody feud, which I think
cool.
I'd be absolutely fucking fine with. That would be fire.
But yeah, that's basically a filler match with two big names, just to get two guys on the card and fill a spot.
Yeah, which if anything, if they didn't have this match, we'd be upset that they didn't have a match. So
right,
and they set up the feud.
It's not going to be a bad match.
Oh no, by no.
I don't feel like it's a match of the night contender at all.
The only thing about the rivalry that actually added to it for me was AJ just laying in shots on LA Knight with the fucking chair. When that happened, it was like, okay, this is fucking serious. I fucking like this.
Yeah. Third on the card, I have Io Sky defending the women's title against Bayley.
It's
Bayley's over.
Yeah, Bayley's gonna fucking win. Io Sky's been really gifted. Not gifted, she's earned, but she's definitely been gifted this title reign in a sense, as in she's got it and then made it her own with her defenses and her wrestling ability, which is the overall goal of Damage Control for Bayley to have done. She did what she wanted in real life to get done, which is Io being put over and as a champion, a world champion of WWE. And now it's time for Bayley to get her recognition in the spotlight as a face and get cheered when she wins the title. Yeah. Despite the fact I naturally like Bayley more as a fucking heel, it only makes sense storyline wise that she was able to elicit a lot of fucking sympathy from me when the fucking turn happened, when they all attacked her. Like, that elicited a lot of sympathy just with her acting. And Bayley definitely deserves, after taking a lot of L's, like a lot of fucking L's for the entirety of her career as a heel, and being made to look a fool, doing really good, by the way, as she did so, she deserves to have that WrestleMania moment of winning.
Fourth on the card, I have Santos Escobar and Rey Mysterio.
Which fucking, I think just to give Dom something to do, maybe reunite the fucking feud.
Dom can cost Rey. I think Santos gets the win.
Yeah, just Santos gets...
I feel like Rey should put him over. I thought Rey should have put over Dominic last year.
Yeah.
Rey should definitely put over Santos.
I mean, originally that's what I thought they were going to do with the U.S. title. Was going to have Santos go over fucking Rey, but they
dropped it.
They dropped it to Logan Paul.
Which I see why.
Yeah. Also, I see why, but it's kind of ass. But at the same time, I can see why. And Logan Paul's not a bad wrestler. But it's like, come on.
Fifth on the card, the semi-main event, I have Gunther defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn. And I feel like Sami Zayn takes the title here.
I think Gunther retains.
I look at it this way. You really don't have anybody else that can take the title off Gunther.
My only issue is
Sami doesn't need it. No,
that's not. It's not even it. It's just that the story for this, the longest IC title reign, ending here. There's just not that there's no story. They tried building up story, but there's not as much story as if it would have been Chad Gable. That's all I'm saying. Like that. I
feel the same way about this Gable story as I do Cody Rhodes.
But which is fair to you. But like, imagine, like if fucking. Not even. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, imagine if it was AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, and the feud was like only a few weeks beforehand, and then AJ takes the title off of Roman Reigns. It's like that kind of seems like ass. Like so that
if they do it right, not really.
Yeah, they still have 1 or 2 weeks before Mania for us for this Sami versus Gunther story to get over, and they've done a decent job so far with Sami Zayn cutting passionate promos about. He's going to be the one to take the title off of Gunther. But it's just, to me, like, I'd much rather, as I said to you, that Sami would be inserted into the Seth versus Drew feud and to maybe win the World Heavyweight title. Like, and then,
I prefer him to win the world title, but
where we are
from here, I see Gunther going to the world title.
Yeah. Where we are, it's not a bad state. And I'm not trying to bitch or complain about it too much. It's just like I could have seen it being better for the end of Gunther's reign if this is the end of Gunther's reign. That's why I want Gunther to win, because it's just like it just doesn't seem right.
From here, where do you really go? Because now at this point, you can't go back to Gable anymore. You can't.
Yeah, that is fair. That's fair too. You can't double take
As much as people want him to, you can't go back to him at this point.
Yeah.
It's got to be Sammy. There's no one else. Sheamus is hurt.
Mm.
You don't know when he's coming back. You can't wait. You got to pull the trigger on Gunther with the world title.
Yeah, but it's just it sucks because I feel like they struck fire with the Gable versus Gunther
And
one.
you can't pick a heel to go over Gunther.
Because
there's a lot of other guys that deserve that title, but they're all heels.
Mm.
You really can't go anywhere. You need to just get him to the world title. Because I don't want to say he's above the Intercontinental title, but at the same time, he's above the Intercontinental title.
He's elevated the Intercontinental title.
He's elevated the title a lot more, where he can't bring it any higher. He needs to go higher.
Yeah. And that's fair, but I know for a fact we're probably having new world champions for both brands, so that's why another reason why Gunther might hold on to it to give him more stuff to do.
Gunther would be a great challenge for Cody.
Yeah, although I feel like they should save that for like halfway through the year.
Yeah, I'm talking like SummerSlam.
Yeah,
and like next year you go Randy as a heel versus Cody.
Mm-hmm. So difference, but like I think Gunther should go over. You think Sammy should go over? It's not either way. It's going to be a fucking banger match. Yeah. We can agree on that.
Main event of night one: Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. The Bloodline, they made this match for two reasons. One, because The Rock already been doing a match, so they're going to get him a match.
Yeah.
Two, you need Roman Reigns to get that win at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
When they announced, like, I went into this Mania before they announced this tag match, like I do every show. Roman Reigns on top, fuck Cody Rhodes, right?
Mm-hmm.
They announced this tag match, and the first thing I said, I was at training, looked at our friend, Brent the ref, and I said, Cody's taking the title.
Yeah, because at this point, it's like they give him the win, give Rock a match, and obviously the stipulation is going to be Cody against the fucking world.
And you can lead this into how I've said this a couple times. They're going to run heat on Rollins in this tag match.
Mm-hmm.
Cody's going to come in and get a hot tag. Solo costs him. They win. The Bloodline wins. Rollins goes in hurt against McIntyre.
Yeah.
So he loses. On Raw, he's going to blame Cody Rhodes for his loss, and he's going to turn on Cody Rhodes. And they're going to feud.
Right. I guess
heel Rollins against babyface Cody for the fucking title.
Which I'd be completely fucking fine with. That, I mean, yeah.
And it's the reason, because technically, if Cody Rhodes didn't get himself into this shit, Rollins wouldn't have gotten hurt. That's the story, at least.
Yeah.
In Rollins' mind, that's how it worked.
If Rollins goes heel at this point, that's fine. I mean, especially if he loses it to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre deserves a title more than fucking, especially a title win in front of an audience. Do you feel like they're gonna fucking pop for when Drew wins?
Yeah, because I feel like not as tired of it as I am, but I feel like some other people are starting to get a little tired of Rollins as champion. Not because we don't like Rollins, because just this title run is not it.
I think it's more so, I don't know. For me, the actual title run has been to cement it as being prestigious. And the first champion was Rollins, and he held it for like, what was it? It's been like 4 or 5 months at this point. And probably even over
next month's going to be 11.
Like for 11 months, he's held on this title and defended the fuck out of it. So he's already done his job, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, opening night 2. Jimmy versus Jay Uso.
The match they've wanted to have since they were fucking children.
I'd love for a swerve to happen and they put Jimmy over, just because.
I love that
good shocker at WrestleMania, but they're gonna put Jay over.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for a good shocker, swerve people. No one will see Jimmy, like no one will see it coming if Jimmy wins this match.
Yeah, if Jimmy wins the match,
it's something big for Jimmy because they've been pushing Jay to the fucking moon and giving Jimmy nothing.
Yeah.
If Jimmy wins this match, not only is it a big shock for WrestleMania, but it gives Jimmy something.
Mm. And also, it's like at this point, Jay is like up here and Jimmy's like down here.
Right.
So it's like
you need to bring Jimmy up to with Jay.
Yeah, exactly. Right to the same line. So it's like I can see them giving the win to Jimmy or even pushing Jay further.
I don't see them giving the win to Jimmy, but they should give the win to Jimmy.
Because that would make it more interesting. Honestly, God, I know you didn't see the fucking promo. I don't think promo game for the Usos are the strongest.
Not the strongest. They're
Not
not the
the
shits.
they're not the shits at all because Jay helped carry the entire Bloodline storyline with the way that he was acting. His acting's really good.
If you look at that Bloodline story, though, Jay was never really saying much.
Yeah, which is like, which is why I'm saying like their promo game is like not up there, but just the expressions and how they make their faces appear as they're acting is more than enough. Yeah. Every time Jay, like in the beginning of the Rumble, Jay and Jimmy were facing off against each other, and you saw like Jay make a face that I never seen him make before.
Distress when Jimmy's music hit.
Or distress and like utter like just disgust, like what the fuck is this guy doing here? So you see him do it again when Jimmy cost him the fucking title, the IC title.
Jimmy has now costed Jay every single male title on the main roster.
Yeah.
The US against Theory, the IC against Gunther, the Universal against Roman Reigns, and the tag titles with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Jimmy has now cost him all of those fucking titles.
And I'm pretty sure even the heavyweight, even the fucking Seth Rollins one.
Jimmy didn't cost him, I don't think. Maybe he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, you're right.
And like that's
accidentally, but he did.
That's the way of telling like a long fucking story in a good fucking manner. Also, like with the fucking promo between Jimmy and Jay, like Jimmy's face was just fucking menacing. His eyes were like popping out of his fucking skull, and everything he was saying is like okay, but like the way his face was sold it even more.
Jimmy is hilarious as a heel, by the way.
Also, his theme song is on fucking point.
I love it.
His theme song is on fucking point.
Jay's like, I like it with the crowd reaction, but I don't like care for the actual song because it's just a shitty remake of the tag one.
Yeah.
Jimmy's, that song is.
As soon as I heard it, it was like the first time I heard it was when he came out and interrupted John Cena.
Yeah, you just hear the start. Who the fuck is this? And then it's Jimmy Uso. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, no, Jimmy's goofy side still pokes through and makes him even more of an annoying heel.
It's funny as shit.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. So Jimmy and Jay are definitely.
I seen the backstage promo from Jimmy. Where like, I fucking raised you, blah blah blah, something like that.
Yeah, but like this feud is definitely made for first match of the card, and the actual like wrestlers' abilities makes for the fucking first match of the card.
Yeah, I'd rather have them first than be somewhere in the mid card.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They need to spotlight like first, and you can't do semi-main because that's too much bloodline in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Like Jimmy and Jay, and then bloodline like now.
Second on the card, we have a match we added to the card. A street fight between the Final Testament or something like a street fight, maybe a hardcore match or Extreme Rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Something along the lines
like
of that.
Tornado. Don't do tag in, tag out.
Right. Final Testament versus Lashley and the Prophets, with Lashley and the Prophets getting the win.
Because I agreed on that one too.
Yeah.
Like it's because at this point the feud has been so fucking cold that it's like they have to have some type of payoff, and I want to see all these people on the fucking. I want to see all these people on the actual fucking Mania card.
Because the feud's been going too long to just end on a SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly. And they've been building it way too much, so I feel like a street fight.
A street fight, like you could do a Philadelphia street fight. Like it's a good old match you always want to do with Philadelphia. If it's just a regular 6-man, no one will give a shit. Not saying it'll be a bad match, but no one will care.
Like even fucking, I feel like this is one where they should actually go outside of the arena. Like I feel like they should like
either outside of the arena or like around the entire arena, not just like a little backstage area, like around the entire building.
Yeah, with like
how one time I forget who it was, but they were fighting near near the concession stands and shit. Like it was cool.
Yeah, like even with even what AEW does, like with fucking having them go off in different angles and shit like that, all over. Make the entire crowd feel like a part of it.
Right, you fight in the crowd, like over the barricade. Like, it would be a nice Philadelphia street fight. We'll get people to care for this match.
And it would.
And you have some great wrestlers in here who could do some creative shit.
Yeah, and they deserve all these people deserve a really good fucking match after whatever fucking feud they've been doing, which has been fucking one-dimensional as fuck.
Yeah. Third on the card for the World Heavyweight title, we have Rollins and McIntyre. I already talked about what I feel like is going to happen. Rollins goes in hurt. McIntyre takes advantage and wins the title.
It'd be even funnier if fucking Bloodline interferes and costs Seth Rollins the title. Like I would fucking love that if Drew McIntyre fucking fully was a hypocrite and then fucking Jimmy comes out pissed off and just fucking costs Seth Rollins the title. No, but
I feel like Drew should just because Rollins going in hurt would be enough.
Yeah.
For Rollins to look strong losing to McIntyre.
No, dead ass. No, I can see that also because like Seth Rollins would just then blame the Bloodlines character wise or logically that's what he would do.
Right. It wouldn't make sense. Like for him, if he's gonna blame Cody, it would have to be him just losing to Drew.
Exactly. And also Drew McIntyre's fucking heel run has been fucking goddamn perfect.
It's hilarious. In a completely different way than Jimmy Uso's is hilarious.
Because Drew McIntyre as a heel, usually when you turn a heel, you start getting erratic, you start getting stupid, and what you say doesn't make sense. But he's kept his cool in that sense of logically still making reasons that are valid for why he's upset.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see Drew McIntyre winning and finally getting that fucking recognition in front of a crowd and him having a World Heavyweight Championship. So that's probably what's gonna happen.
Fourth on the card for the United States Championship: Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. They only made this a three-way for two reasons. One, to get everyone on the card, and two, so Logan can retain without pinning Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's fine. If
Logan Paul's going to retain, he's going to pin Kevin Owens. That'll lead to some singles match between Randy and Logan at like Backlash or some shit.
Yeah.
In classic wrestling fashion, where Randy will take the title there. And why didn't we just put it on him at Mania? But it's wrestling.
Yeah.
It's what they do.
And also it's because like Kevin Owens and Orton have already had Mania moments.
Right. It'll give Logan Paul a Mania win that he could kind of use more.
And despite the fact that it's like I'm not the biggest fan of Logan Paul, him as a wrestler is admittedly really fucking good, and he puts his work in and he makes matches good. So, and just because as the person he is, he's a natural fucking heel to make everyone fucking hate him.
Yeah.
So it only works naturally in the scheme of wrestling to have him as a heel. I really can't wait to see the Prime bottle just sprawled across the fucking ring. We'll talk about that later. Don't worry. We'll talk about that later.
In the fifth match of the night, the semi-main event, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch for the Women's World Title. Becky Lynch takes the title. Rhea probably should win.
Yeah,
I love Becky, but Rhea probably should win. But honestly, who else is gonna fuck? It's the same Gunther situation, but it's even worse.
It should have been.
Who the fuck?
It should have been Liv Morgan.
No.
It should have been.
Fuck Liv Morgan.
No, Liv Morgan, man.
Liv Morgan.
Make a start.
Should get fired. I'm not gonna say that. I'm kidding. I don't like Liv Morgan though.
But like that's fair. But to me, like I'm fine with this because it is like for WrestleMania you have to have the stars, but it's like I can see this coming like a million miles away, which you could say.
Oh, I predicted this when Rhea won the title last year.
Yeah, like so these are two stars that are naturally going to clash, and they've been built up well and kept separated for a long period of time. I don't know why, but in my heart of hearts, even though I don't want to see her win the title again right now, it's like her versus Bianca. I thought would have been a more interesting match.
Rhea and Bianca.
I feel like that would have been a more interesting match, but like, Becky Lynch.
Becky's gonna take the title.
Mm.
She doesn't need it, but she will. And yeah, Rhea, I love Rhea, but her title reign has been the shits, and it's not her fault. It's because of what they've been giving her.
It's because the women's division underneath her has not been.
There's nobody in that women's division.
The only one I can really point out as a defense was her versus Lena Vega and her versus Nia Jax.
Nia's the shits.
Those are the only people I can really point out from her fucking title reign that's been like, oh shit, that's cool. Like her versus Zoe Stark.
What? That happened?
Exactly.
She squashed Natalya in like a minute.
Yeah. So like it's like she's been starving for something, and you would think the world title presenting wise, like her with the title has been a good presentation with her in the Judgment Day. So that is enough to get the title over and to get her over. Right. It's just giving her actual interesting feuds to like help elongate that. I don't know what the fuck you do with Rhea after losing the title. Like, I don't know what you do with her after you transfer her to SmackDown. She has a feud with Bianca Belair. And then where do you go?
I feel like you go her and Bianca at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Like, that's the elongated one. I'm trying to even think of anyone on the SmackDown side. Who else? I mean, her versus...
Well, because also remember, there's going to be a draft after WrestleMania.
Yeah, which is why I'm thinking they're going to have her go to SmackDown. Because, I mean, Judgment Day might fucking just start breaking apart. I
feel like Priest turns on Finn, and I feel like Priest cashes in on Raw after WrestleMania as a babyface, like a Ziggler-esque cash in.
Yeah,
Priest will take the title from Drew. He won't hold it for long. Drew's gonna get it right back. You have Priest feud with Finn at like Backlash for the title. Priest retains. Priest has like a mini run over the summer, and then SummerSlam or the pay-per-view right before it, Drew takes it right back from Priest.
Yeah, because I mean, there's no way you're gonna.
I don't see Priest going on a lanky run, but also like at this point, if you have him fail, he looks like a bitch.
Yeah, he looks like the the worst Money in the Bank holder ever at this point.
If he fails at this point, like what they did with Theory.
It's way worse than Theory because with Theory you knew he was never gonna win the world title.
Right.
But with Damian Priest, they always fucking teased it.
Priest, there's hope.
Yeah.
Every time, like, you've already made him look stupid by a lot of the times he didn't cash in when there was a golden opportunity right there. A fallen champion with no one to save him.
And you made Damian actually look serious with Damian Sandow. You knew that you loved him, but you knew at a certain point like he was not meant to be taken serious as a main eventer. Right. With Damian Priest, they pushed him like that. So if he loses his Money in Bank cash in, then it's just like this. The contract seems meaningless, which makes it even worse because Money in the Bank is right around the corner.
Right, like you need to have Priest win at this point. You don't need to have him hold the title for long at all.
Yeah,
you need to have him win. Then in the main event, undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship. My Tribal Chief walks in, breaking Hulk Hogan's record with this match for most WrestleMania main events in wrestling history. Fun fact.
I love how you fun fact. I love that.
Because that's how someone. I've seen a YouTube video where someone threw that in, and I'm like, I have to fucking throw it in.
That's fair. I've changed my against the American Nightmare.
American bitch.
Son of a plumber. The man whose father got the title ripped out of his hands just because of my count out. Cody fucking Rhodes.
You forgot something.
I don't give a shit.
The leader of the Cody Crybabies. Stardust. The at the time jobber of the Legacy. One of the two jobbers of the Legacy. One of Randy Orton's lackeys. A body you throw into a ladder match at a WrestleMania.
Oh, God, got roasted by John Cena on the mic. Oh, my God, got booed from an entire crowd with Rock holding his hand up.
Because he was in the main event. Didn't get the opportunity to even curtain jerk. He was mid-card.
Do you not remember?
He was pre-show.
Do you not remember that interesting gimmick of him getting his face smashed in and him be like, oh, don't look at my face. Look at my face.
The man who got insecure because he broke his nose against Rey Mysterio.
And he fucking pulled it off so well. I have him in our game, and I love playing as him.
The man who won the Intercontinental Championship by Big Show stepping through a table.
The man who started a revolution, who made a brand to have way more people make profit.
The man who created one of the worst companies in wrestling history.
Brother, no. You're not about to do that.
AEW's the shit.
WCW? You're saying AEW is worse than WCW?
One of the worst, not the worst. Okay, well, definitely the worst in recent memory. Can you argue that?
I don't look at a lot of really bad brands, so I can't say it's the worst or one of the worst because I don't know what the definition of one of the worst would be because I don't watch one of the worst.
You do. You watch AEW. So, yeah, Jobber turned, we like him now. Cody Rhodes. Mr. Overrated.
Mr. Underrated, I'd say.
Overrated as shit.
I'd say he's underrated. For all the shit he gets, man deserves to have his dick sucked 2 times a day.
Well, all men with a dick deserve to have their dick sucked. Well, majority of them. As long as they're not a piece of shit human being.
Okay, there you go. Who's going to win this? It's clear it's going to be Roman Reigns.
Shouldn't be. No, and we should end it right there. Thank you guys for watching.
No, it's going to be Cody Rhodes. It's going to be Cody Rhodes. At this point, if they haven't fucking lose 2 times in a fucking
I would laugh my ass off. In the middle of that stadium, I would FaceTime you and laugh.
I'm going to be watching live, so if that happens, you guys can expect no more Prince of Me podcast.
It'll be the Prince and someone else.
Just the Prince and no one. No.
It'll be the Prince and
not because of this, but mostly because I will go into a state of depression where I cannot come out of my room anymore if Cody Rhodes loses.
It's okay. I will bring the camera to training every week just to film this man.
I will stop fucking wrestling if Cody Rhodes fucking loses. No. But if Cody Rhodes loses, that's...
If Cody Rhodes loses, like, let me tell you this. I will be the happiest man on earth. It's not going to happen. But I will be the happiest man on earth. You guys watch this podcast. You listen to it every week. Even with all this shit I've said, I still can't tell you enough how much I fucking despise this man as a wrestler. I'm so tired.
I see.
At this point, I fucking want him to win so I can stop hearing about the bullshit.
The story is finally going to be
this
finished.
Bullshit fucking story. Not everybody needs to be world champion.
His father really wanted this championship, and he can't hand it to his
fucking
father
cry
anymore,
about it.
But he can hand it to his mother, and that's that. At the end of the day,
he can't hand the title to his. He can't hand the title to his father anymore.
Yeah, because of reasons you know.
There's other people who can't hand the title to their father anymore either, and their father wanted it too.
But
The Rock can't hand the title to his father anymore.
Has anything ever happened where a man got his hand on the gold, things that he was looking forward to, and it got ripped out of his hand?
Yes, multiple times.
20 years later, his son comes back.
Multiple times. It's 40. It's 40, by the way.
40, and
multiple
goes
times
to redeem his legacy.
Yep.
I haven't heard of one.
Yep.
So really, at the end of the day, what matters?
What matters is all your marks are gonna get your fucking way. All you marks are gonna get your fucking way, so you can stop fucking bitching, stop blowing up my Twitter. I'm fucking tired of it.
It's called X now.
I deleted Twitter a week ago because I'm tired of all of you fucking Cody Rhodes marks.
I think after Cody Rhodes wins the world title, it'll be a better world.
After Cody Rhodes wins the world title, I'm gonna come on here and say, watch. Because everything I've been saying over the last 2-3 months we've been doing this podcast will be the truth.
I don't
Cody Rhodes won't be able to hold up as world champion like Roman Reigns did. People are going to turn on Cody Rhodes. And by next year's WrestleMania, he's going to be the most hated man on the roster. Or at least one of them.
Well, I hope that he still has the world title by next year's WrestleMania.
He still probably will.
And then the year after that. And then the year after that. And then he breaks Roman Reigns' streak.
See, if Cody Rhodes goes over a year as champion, that'll be the end of Tyler Prince.
Whoa, what do you mean by that?
You won't see me.
Wait, okay, no, you have to clarify. What do you mean by the end of Tyler Prince? Like you're retiring, you're going off in the green pastures.
Yes, and you will never see me in anything media again.
You're still gonna be alive, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's all. That is all.
You'll never see me in media.
If Cody Rhodes stays champ for a year, I'm gonna kill myself. Like that's don't make that face. Yeah, but Cody. Yeah, no, I think it'll be okay. I think.
Watch, we're gonna come on here in a couple of months or around any time between now and next year's WrestleMania, and you are going to admit that I was right from day one.
Nah.
People said the same thing about Roman Reigns in 2015.
Well, Roman Reigns was shoved down our throat.
So was Cody Rhodes.
But not for like 2 or 3 fucking years.
Literally 2 years.
I said 2 or 3.
Roman at that point was shoved down our throats for about 5 months.
But the issue is that no one likes Roman Reigns like a year in. Everyone loves Cody Rhodes still to this day.
Who's everyone?
Me.
Who are you?
I'm me. And you're you. Okay, not everyone is 100% of people, but a vast majority.
Because they're all marks.
Or they're just wrestling fans.
They're marks.
Hey, potato, really.
They're marks.
Potato. Wrestling fans, marks,
Mark.
But yeah, that is our predictions for this year's Mania, and Cody Rhodes is definitely going to have a championship to hand to his mother by the end of the night. Because if he doesn't, man, honest to God, it's kind of like with him. If Roman, either way, the podcast is in the fucking toilet. If Roman wins, I'm out of here. If Cody wins, he's out of here in a year. So it's like, well, shit.
Well, no, if Cody keeps the belt for the whole year. Unless they make it entertaining. They need... Oh, I'm just so tired of Cody Rhodes.
Dude.
Like I said, I kind of want him to win now just so I can hear all of you stop fucking saying the same shit you've been saying for 2 years. We get it. You want Cody Rhodes to be champion for some fucking reason.
No, we want Cody Rhodes to finish his story.
I'm gonna leave you with this, and then I'm gonna leave this topic alone.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna piss you and everyone else off. Logan Paul finished his story before Cody Rhodes.
But Logan Paul also got the prime bottle in the middle of the
Exactly.
fucking
He
ring.
finished his story.
He got the
He
prime
finished
bottle.
2 stories before Cody Rhodes could even finish one.
Am I literally the only one? Because I was talking to a fellow student with me about Jake fucking Payne, and he was telling me how they're gonna have they're definitely having the prime bottle in the middle of the ring.
Are.
And I'm sorry, but when I saw the promo between fucking what was it, KSI getting RKO'd by Randy Orton, I thought that was just a joke. I think that's just a joke. To this day, I think it is just a joke.
It's not.
There's no fucking way for every fucking match you're going to have a prime bottle of smack dab in the middle of the fucking ring. Yeah. You're not going to sit here and tell me that Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan with a fucking prime bottle smacked in the middle of the ring would look just as good.
Yeah.
There's no way.
UFC does it. AEW did it for years.
Well, AEW is different. Because AEW, it was just DraftKings, and then one of the corners. There wasn't anything smack dab in the middle.
There has been many times.
Oh, there has been?
Yes.
It was, okay, but it wasn't as annoying as...
AAA does it.
There wasn't as annoying, as buoyant, as fucking reducing of wanting to exist as the prime bottle in the middle of the ring.
Says who? Says you?
Says me. You're telling me that would not look like ass at all.
It's not going to ruin any of the wrestling. Would I prefer a blank mat? Yes, but it's not going to ruin any of the wrestling.
I mean, I get many companies
have shit all over the fucking ring.
Never mind. I'm gonna redact my statement because I remember last year's WrestleMania was Ray versus fucking Dom.
It's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
They had a little Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot on the outside of the ring, just going.
It didn't ruin it at all.
I don't know, man. I just don't like it.
You'll get over it. Just like, if what should happen when Roman Reigns wins, if what should happen, which won't. All you fucking marks, well, I was about to say all you fucking marks will get over it, but you won't because you've been crying for the last year.
See, I like how there's this dichotomy where, like, we can't get in trouble for an opinion because, like, you're on one side, I'm on the exact opposite, so it's like they can't be like, or we can get flamed from both. It's either everyone, like, flames us for both or loves us for both.
I don't give a fuck if people like my opinion or not because it's the fucking truth.
Well, even though I disagree with you, I still like your opinion, buddy.
Am I not stating facts, though? Because you said Roman Reigns was shoved down our throats for too long. By the time he won the Royal Rumble, he had only been being pushed for about 3 months. Cody Rhodes has been being shoved down our throats every fucking week for 2 fucking years.
I don't know. I guess
he says the same fucking promo over and over again.
I don't think it's the same.
You admitted earlier when we were downstairs that it's the same shit every week.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I don't remember that. Shoving the same exact promo? I don't think so.
It's the same shit every week. The same message.
I don't remember that. I could be wrong, but like
you said that downstairs.
Well, if I said that, then I'm a hypocrite. But I guess I changed my stance because I don't think it's the same thing exactly.
It's the same shit every week with the same message at the end.
They have to finish the story. Yeah.
Same message at the end.
I guess it's just sink or swim for Aftermania if he is able to keep up with as good promos.
Are they good promos? It's the same promo every week.
I don't think it's the same promo.
Crying in the ring every other week. Man up, dude. It's fucking wrestling.
But there needs to be like layers.
There's no need to cry in every promo. Can crying be fucking used well in promos? Yes. When you do it as much as Cody Rhodes does, now it means nothing.
I mean, I gotta give you that.
Man up, dude. It's wrestling. It ain't that fucking serious.
He's just trying to get over. He's just trying to get over the story,
Cry about it.
which
Oh, wait, which it looks like
he is.
not only are all the marks doing, but Cody Rhodes has been doing too. I have to finish my story. My dad. Fuck off.
A man is not one for subtle. I guess I could say that. I could say Cody is not one to be subtle.
I'm just getting this all off before
Before
this
it
is
happens.
the last episode we are both.
Are you going to? Are you, like what happens? It'd be the greatest thing if like you shed it. Like it's Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. You're standing right there. Fucking Cody Rhodes hits the fucking crossroads off the top rope, gets the 1, 2, 3, and then you're sitting there just fucking stewing, and then you're like, a single tear shuts down.
Because Roman lost.
Because ironically, you were the crybaby the entire time. That would be so funny, but I don't think that'll happen because I think you have your own.
See, I'm out of bits. I'm not gonna cry about it. I might throw shit and get mad, but I'm not gonna cry about it.
Well, you're gonna throw things in the middle of the arena.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. A random fan sitting next to me has with a Cody Rhodes sign. Kick that shit, rip it, throw it. Oh, is this a Cody Rhodes weight belt? Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
You remember that one fan at the last year when Cody lost and the guy was like literally screaming, jumping up and down on fucking seats?
That was me. Not pissed off, but happy.
Oh.
Cody Rhodes won or lost at WrestleMania last year. I literally started jumping up and down. Fucking yes, yes. Because I was watching that match terrified.
I mean, because again, I'm not. Oh, okay, overall, the grand scheme, Cody losing the first match
Best for business.
is best for business.
In this one too.
This would not be best for business. This would tank.
You say your point, and then I'll say my point.
I think it would tank the business. If Cody Rhodes lost again, a lot of fans' faith will be fucking tainted.
You want me to say why it's good for business?
What?
And honestly, I'm not wrong here. Bigger name value right there, Roman Reigns over Cody Rhodes.
No, nah.
There's more name value in Roman Reigns than
I
Cody
don't
Rhodes.
think so.
There is. If you go up to a casual wrestling fan and ask him who Cody Rhodes is, will they know who he is? No. If you ask him who Roman Reigns is, will they know who he is? Likely.
I mean,
Point 2.
okay, go ahead.
Cody Rhodes, people like him, but he doesn't pop the views. He doesn't, because he's there all the time. He's not special. When Roman Reigns is on TV, you fucking watch. Notice how the views are higher every time Roman Reigns is on SmackDown? That's not a coincidence. 3. Cody Rhodes, yeah, he might be a good wrestler. Yeah, he might have a decent little title run. Is he really going to be able to live up to the hype that of being the guy to follow Roman Reigns? This Roman Reigns title run is probably the greatest championship run in the last 20 years of the WWE, at least. For world titles. Because Gunther might be, but for world titles, this Roman Reigns run is the best world title run we've seen in a long time.
All right.
Cody Rhodes, can he really hold up to the level, I should say, of where Roman Reigns has taken this title?
Well, I gotta say.
Can he?
I gotta say my points. Cody Rhodes came up in the WWE system.
So did Roman Reigns.
He would know it.
Keep talking.
And then he got exposure outside of the WWE system. Went around the world, made a name for himself on the indies. Built up an entire other brand. Mind you, creative-wise, maybe not the fucking best. But what I know is that Cody Rhodes is a good follower as Roman Reigns is. When he's given a story to tell, he will do everything in his ability to make it work. What did he do with the Stardust gimmick? It was shit, but he gave it his fucking all and tried his best to make it work and put his all into it.
But he didn't make it work, did he?
I'd say he did.
Like,
it could have been a lot fucking worse. I'm gonna say it could have been a lot worse if he wasn't as dedicated and wasn't as animated and wasn't as like opposite to who he normally is, it would not have worked.
Let me ask you this: if he made it work, why did he get fired?
He quit.
He quit. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought he was in like another mass release thing.
Nah, we can do the research on it, but I'm pretty sure he quit.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did quit. Never mind.
The undashing gimmick, like again, was very fucking corny, but gave it his all to it. Changed his entire fucking promo style for it, and was able to make that especially work because it had name recognition. To me, Cody Rhodes had name recognition for like way longer than Roman Reigns has. To me, that's not saying
within wrestling fans.
Yeah,
the casual fan, if the casual fan turns on wrestling, they're just switching through the channels and it comes on.
Yeah.
And you see that your world champion is a guy named Cody Rhodes. I've never heard of this Cody Rhodes.
Mm.
You turn on the TV, and you see the world champion is a guy named Roman Reigns. I've heard that name.
So the only thing I would say is the only time it would become an issue after Cody Rhodes won the title if he was not willing to turn heel. That's the only
which he's not.
Which we don't know.
He said that he's not.
I remember him saying that in AEW that he will never turn heel in AEW. But
Cody Rhodes is a better heel than a babyface. And I'm not saying because people get more behind him as a babyface because they do, but that's not all there is to it.
Yeah.
Entertainment wise. And fits more for him. Cody Rhodes has done a lot better from an entertainment standpoint as a heel. Dashing Cody Rhodes, undashing Cody Rhodes. Fucking, what was the other one? When he was just the Intercontinental Champion, when he was feuding with Big Show, Christian, Miz.
Yeah.
That stuff, Legacy, that stuff was a lot more entertaining. Because even yeah, he can still be entertaining, but there's more depth to Cody Rhodes as a heel.
Yeah.
At least I feel like.
And to me, that means he's more of an all-around player.
If Cody wins the title and turns heel,
yeah.
Okay, now I might be.
Yeah, but that's only with what I'm saying is Cody has always been good with what he's given. If he's given that he has to turn heel and he refuses, that's when it becomes kind of ass. Because the fans, if they start turning on him, are going to turn on him either way, and he has to be ready for that.
Exactly. And you know how wrestling fans are.
Yeah.
They're going to turn on Cody Rhodes. Whether they do it at WrestleMania or within the following months. They turned on Rollins when he won the title after crying for Rollins to win the world title for years. Rollins wins the world title. 2 months later, they kind of turned on him.
Yeah. Because, it's just that's what made his run in AEW kind of bad was because it was he was adamantly against ever going fucking heel for whatever reason and was trying to insert these weird other promos with different storylines that weren't matching up. His idea of putting someone over was giving them one win, but then immediately taking a win out of theirs.
Which is not how it works.
Which I understand because Cody has gone on record of saying, I'm more of a wrestler, not someone that's like a VIP or someone that's in power. I'd much rather be a wrestler and given a script and work with someone rather than making the script myself. Which, in a lot of iterations, not including AEW, he's worked to the best of his ability and given all of his power to. So do I think he can hold up the reign of Roman Reigns? Only if he's willing to turn heel. That's the only way it can work.
He kind of would have to turn heel.
How old is he at this point?
Cody?
Yeah.
I think he's 38 or 39.
So he still has a good at least 10 years.
Maybe not a good 10.
Maybe
a good 3 or 4, but overall 10.
Yeah, overall 10 if we're pushing it.
A good 4 or 5, I'd say.
A good 4 or 5. So that's the only way that it's going to fucking work.
If Cody keeps up the same shit he's doing now as this champion for so long,
because there's only so much you could do with a white meat babyface.
An oversaturated white meat babyface.
I can't argue with that. But if you're going to have someone take the world title off of Roman Reigns, you have to make them prevalent on TV.
Right.
So that's why that's the justification for it. But
And if WWE is smart, because I will stick on this hill that people are going to turn on Cody Rhodes for forever. I will stick on this because they will. If WWE is smart, I see this maybe happening towards maybe the pay-per-view right before SummerSlam or around SummerSlam time.
Yeah.
If they're smart, they'll let the fans start to turn on Cody, and then Cody goes heel. Like, not too late after they turn on him, but like maybe a good month after they turn on him, Cody goes heel.
It's they have to be ready for it. They have to have some plans in motion in case it happens.
Like switch up instead of Randy turning on Cody, which everyone expects.
So
Cody turning
so like what happens if Cody Rhodes has a Hulk Hogan run? Not with the title itself, but as a face. It doesn't need to have him as the champion.
So like he doesn't hold the title the entire time, but he just stays in this entire.
But the fans are as behind him as they were for Hulk Hogan. At least in some, maybe even watered down sense, but still.
I'm about to say it's already watered down from that. They ain't that. Because back in the '80s, not a soul had a problem with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And Hogan wasn't. Like, he was oversaturated, but also he wasn't because you weren't seeing them as much.
Yeah. Because TV, I mean, at least...
and back then, wrestling pretty much was just feed a heel to a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's more to that. You need a real story now. You didn't... Like, you needed a story back then, but you didn't need
to have...
story.
You didn't have layers to it. It could be very fucking simple.
Right. Now, you can't. A babyface holding a title for a long time can't do that anymore.
Mm.
Back in the day, oh yeah, babyface champion all day. Now, a heel champion fits more. Babyfaces are more made for mid-card titles for long runs now.
Yeah.
Because you need a better story now. Heels are better as long-reigning world champions now. Because now there's a babyface chasing them that entire time.
Right. The babyface is always better on the fucking run.
That's why Rollins is kind of getting boring, and he kind of has been for months, because a babyface champion holding the title for over 300 days now, like, it's too much.
Because people are going to want something different. At least with the heel, it's kind of the same stuff, but like you want to see them lose.
Right.
So if they don't lose, then it makes you want it even more, typically.
Right. Like, at least with Cena, he lost it a bunch of times before winning it back. Mm-hmm. Cena didn't just hold the title for 10 years.
Yeah. I guess Cena was the only equivalent to a Hulk Hogan run in the modern age.
Right, which it was even still a little...
like watered down.
Like, I feel like it's good and also bad at the same time that they've protected Cody so much with wins and losses. It's good because they don't do that a lot, but it's also bad because, like, you're kind of overdoing it, sort of, and it doesn't seem special when you...
I guess he's not punching up as much. It doesn't feel like he's fighting from underneath. The only reason he feels like he's fighting from underneath a little bit is because this is
the only guy he hasn't been able to overcome.
Yeah.
Like with Brock Lesnar, you're supposed to seem like, you're the underdog. He didn't really, because he beat Brock almost with ease, even with a broken hand. Almost with ease, he beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Doesn't really, like... He destroyed Seth Rollins. Rollins should have got at least one win on one of those pay-per-views.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way to fucking make it.
I feel like before Cody got injured, we had some technical difficulties. And by we, I mean
me. I fucked things up. My bad. But tis is what tis is.
Yeah. But as I was saying, you should have had Rollins win one of those 3 pay-per-view matches.
Yeah.
Maybe like Backlash. Even the Cell. Like, even though Cody got hurt, and it's a good story, that would have made more sense for Rollins to win. And now you kind of made him look like a bitch for a while, losing to a guy with one arm.
And now it's going to be even harder because Seth is probably about to turn heel.
Yeah.
So it's like...
And get fed to Cody.
And Cody's about to win the world title. So it's like forever. Unless they're playing a whole 2 years in advance for Seth Rollins to finally get one win over Cody Rhodes, it's going to be kind of absurd.
Right. It's going to be too much oversaturation with Cody.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I have a problem with Cody Rhodes in this whole deal.
I honestly got to see, what is it? I see the Monday after Mania, maybe Rollins cuts a promo where he's saying he has to leave for a while because of injury, and then he kind of only alludes to the fact that he's upset at Cody Rhodes.
And he comes back a month later. He wasn't really hurt. beats up Cody.
Or even a few months. He could come back a few months later as a heel to attack Cody Rhodes. Because I know Rollins is injured.
No, he's been cleared.
He's been cleared. He definitely needs more time still. Like I feel like he needs more time.
Man, you still haven't turned on Cody on the Raw to WrestleMania and he just doesn't wrestle them. Back like, I'll fight you when I'm ready. Cody defends against somebody else, and then that's wrong. You can still have Rollins on TV.
Do you know?
I don't think you take him off TV. I think you leave him on TV and just don't have him wrestle as much.
Do you know who the greatest fucking victim of this has been? Shinsuke Nakamura. I hate to say it, but man, he got slided back down to the mid card and then forgot and taken off of Mania.
Shinsuke's a jobber, and it sucks because I love Shinsuke.
Like, does he have to go back down to NXT at this point, or is it like does he have to go on
I
SmackDown?
feel like Shinsuke needs to leave and go somewhere else, not AEW.
Because like he's been given a different like gimmick change, which has been good. But like
They're not doing anything with it.
yeah, they're not giving. They did something with him and fucking Rhodes, and that's about it.
And they have a payoff.
Payoff was wrong.
Payoff was the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he was cutting promos about how he was gonna fucking eliminate Cody. Oh no, the payoff was the fucking
Was Shinsuke or what?
the payoff was the fucking match he had with Rhodes main event, and it was like a fucking they had a string attached to
The
it.
payoff's on Raw.
The payoff was on
He
Raw.
lost that match. So he's a jobber. Got it.
It was in the main event though. I mean, like
Doesn't matter.
yeah, Shinsuke is certified.
Shinsuke needs to be on TNA or on the Indies or back to Japan. Maybe the champion there.
Or even fucking I don't know NXT. I feel like he would went down.
I guess NXT, that's probably what they do with them. So they won't let Shinsuke go.
Yeah,
But I feel like it's best for Shinsuke to get the fuck out of there. I'm not saying he needs to go because I want to lose his job. No, I love Shinsuke. It's best. I think it's best for him to get the fuck out of there.
but tis is what it is, and hopefully one day they utilize a lot more people better. But they have utilized some people really good, except for Chad Gable. But
They've used him how he should. Let him experience his talents in matches.
Chad Gable.
But not material. Singles material. Yeah. He is champion material. I'm just fine. I'm just trying to piss him off. He's not eating Gunther for me.
He is, but it is what it is. No, he is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Then why isn't he not? Why is he not?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Triple H was just like, "Hey, Sami Zayn, here goes another fucking WrestleMania one for you," but Chad Gable will get fucked.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen. I just got.
Sami Zayn's better. I'm not saying Gable's bad. Gable's great.
It's hard. It's hard. It's kind of like deciding your favorite kind of dick. It's like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Big dick.
Yeah, smaller dick can work sometimes.
Not for me. With
And
that,
I
we're
was
gonna
not
get out of
that.
here.
Stop that.
We're
But
gonna
it
get out of
was beautiful to see you guys. It's beautiful to see your faces. Even though I can't see your faces, I know one day. I know you can see my face. Wait. Hey. Oh, wait. Okay. Hey, wait. One more thing.
here it goes.
I love you.
I'm gonna do a thing. Take this
Oh.
fucking.
Okay, come on. No, don't. No.